Yes. Good to see you. When do we get me back? I wish. Um, usually in December I get a few extra days. Vlad takes a little time off. We'll see what happens. All right, let's dive into it. This is me trading for a while, teaching for a while. These are the disclosures. Be careful. We're not advisors. This is for education. Manage your risk. Yada yada yada. Okay, we've made the lawyers happy. Let's. So. The markets have been, continue to be, even today. S&P up 0.28, Dow up 0.57, NASDAQ 0.19, and the Russell 0.34. Okay. So that all looks good. We're continuing the bullishness, but starting to see some signs of the Dow is showing the most. The NASDAQ, same thing, barely holding on. The Russell looked fantastic for a minute there, and now it's falling back. Love to see that. We already see our inflationary pressures. The inflationary pressures from the PPI dropped to like 85. It was like 6-1. Now all of a sudden it's basically 100% that it's going to stay the same. The market is convinced that the Fed is done with its hawkishness, and that we're now hawkishness. Say that 3 times fast. But it's done. No more rate hikes. And in fact, once we are like, oh, I think they're done, then it's like, well, are they cutting soon? It's like, oh my God, relax, man. give them a month or two. But yes, there are already people starting to they're already starting to undovish. There you go. Yeah, already starting to look for that. Okay. Yeah. Well, I don't think so, but hey, if you're looking to lock anything in long term for bond rates, this is your time. They're probably going to top out pretty soon here. Okay. What else do we know? Target, strong. We've been talking about retail more. We've been talking about consumer. They did well. Retail theft is still a significant issue. People always trying to steal. What else? His bets against. Hey, he was trying to short it. Trying to be the smart guy again. Come on, man. Well, what were you looking at exactly? Investors confident bond yields will drop. Okay. Recession will hit the U.S. in 2024. So get ready for massive interest rate cuts. They will go 275 basis points next. Fair enough. What else? Predicts deflation to take hold in the next year. So now you can see how quickly we're no longer concerned about inflation. Now it's deflation. It's constant Goldilocks situation around here. All right, that's about it. That's about it. Let's see. What? That guy did really well back in 2008, and he didn't do as well this time? That's weird. You guys think that's weird? Okay. Today was expected, so still dropping. Good afternoon, Fred. Good to see you. 2.9. We're seeing prices fall. Retail sales dropped, but not as much as expected. Perfect. We need retail sales to, kind of stay muted, or else prices are, if sales increase, guess what prices do? I know you guys, there's this crazy principle that says if sales are going higher. People are buying more. They're raising prices. Go figure. And so that's kind of perfect right there, right? To see sales relaxing. There's also, debt coming due that, big waves of debt, like $1 trillion of debt of low interest coming, where it's like now the money's due and you can't really afford to reissue debt because the interest rates are too high. You can't afford to satisfy it. You can't really afford to pay it off either. So there's definitely some increase in the next week or two, but it is something that we want to be aware of overall as macro conditions. We have jobless claims. Everything's still good on that. As long as the job market stays pretty good, accelerated. Late in the third quarter, early fourth quarter, we bottomed out, losing a top to bottom decline in the S&P of approximately 28%. That all happened in 2022. So, yeah, all right. Now what? Here we are. What do I see now? Potential recession developing? Sure. Some people are still like, well, we did have an inverted yield curve. It inverted like a year ago and nothing's happened. So just, again, relax. Far off into the future. Let's see. Anything else this week that's big? We've got capacity utilization, industrial production. Is it 18 months inverted now? Up to. Okay, we'll see what happens with all that. Then we got some Fed speak. John Williams, Christopher Waller, Michael Barr, Lisa Cook, Loretta Mester. I like Loretta. Then a bunch of Fed speak on Friday. You could be right. Could be like, that's what it just lives that way sometimes. So interesting perspective. I don't disagree with you there at all. That's a good call. SPY, but then a pullback. The pullback could be fairly pronounced. I actually see this. This is okay to me personally. This was just enough of a pause that this is my last true low here. This is all one big extended move, pulls back. I don't think we're going to get down here. I think when you get to this area, that's when we might thought, I think this aligns perfectly with what I see. It looks like it's starting to, again, show signs of capitulation, definitely signs of pullback. As it pulls back, we're going to monitor this back end to see, does it start to improve? So there you go. How's that VIX? VIX looks magical right now. Looks fantastic, right? Down in the 14. Love that VIX. That magical VIX. Okay, let's look at the other ones real quick. QQQ. You guys believe it's almost Thanksgiving? That's insane, right? What else? When all assets class, there's nowhere to hide. Honestly, though, that's the differentiator now compared with other markets, is that this is the first time in 15 years, right? The first time in 15 years that a very viable alternative, that if people are like, I don't like the market, great, they'll pull it out. Go get, what can you get? 4.5 on 10-year governments? 4.5, 5? Oh yeah, people will definitely do that, right? When you can't get 1%, you're just going to leave it in stocks. But 5 or 6 without a lot of risk. Why am I staying in this volatility for 8 or 9? People will make that decision. So that's added a level, a dynamic to the market that hasn't been a concern of ours for a very long time. Right? Bob says Robinhood's paying 4.9% on cash sweep. Yeah. Yes. Indeed. NASDAQ. NASDAQ still showing bullishness. The Dow is showing about the same as the S&P. CCL, yeah, Carnival, Royal Caribbean, the airlines, a lot of those travel 5.3, 5% on the 2-year treasury. Yeah, it's a different dynamic, right? It is an interesting. It's been so long that there was, if you remember, that's one of the times that Bitcoin had a surge. It was just like people were just looking for something defensive. They were just looking, not even defensive. They were looking for something that wasn't stocks. That's what they were looking for. They're like, I don't want to buy gold. I'm not going to put my money into bonds at 0.08%. Right? I mean, it's just terrible. So they're like, I guess I'll buy some Bitcoin. And then there was that little that I think that literally just sort of opened the door for it. But now it's a different complexity. So, all right. What else? The cyclical. We are in that period of time. It can maybe here over the next few days. If I let it go, it's gonna. What do we think? 2, 3, 4 day pullback, maybe consolidation, and then we have a late November bounce, consolidation into early December, late December, early January bounce. Santa rally. That's it. I'm ready for it. Let's see it. My market posture is improved. I expect that after what I've seen this week, it's going to continue to improve. Right? Okay, let's go see. So here's the SPY. A little bit of a doji testing up here at this level. Maybe we could get a little higher. It only got there for a day before it came back down. You can see the volume has really dropped off. So we got this, like, ding dong, the witch is dead. However, overall, we're a little bit overbought here. The volume you can see is drying up. Average. We did get above average volume yesterday, so we count that. That's gonna knock my volume score up another tick, and we might see some bad volume drop off, which might knock it off another tick. So my market posture is continuing to show improvement. But today, average is 88 million, and we're at 54. 40 minutes left. Let's say we get 15 million more. We'll still be no more than 70 on 88. Players have regained control. I don't need posture. You guys want to see my posture? I'll show you. Anyone who would like to see it. I went from a 1.25 to a 2. Long term is about the same. Short term improved a little bit. Volume actually didn't, but will now. I bet it goes to a 0 between now and next week. I bet it gets a full half of a point. Major market improved a tick. Sector still looks pretty good. VIX maybe as high as 3 next week, just based on what I see here. So underlying conditions look pretty good. Let's go take a look at the VIX. We'll look at our watch list, just kind of see what's cracking. Stella says CCL to the moon. I think we added Royal. We added RCL. Here's CCL. CCL. Yeah, you can see it sort of consolidated side. RCL. You can see if you look at your airlines. That's not airlines. That's Starbucks. Airlines. Oh, airlines actually just getting going again. Yesterday could have been, DAL. Yeah, I'll tell you what. Consumer discretionary starting to show. Hotels, I would probably say. Let's look. Costco's on our list. We're jumping around a little bit. Costco looks pretty strong. We talked about Costco last week, if you remember, calling this a little flag. Coming in 555. Not. I got in here. No. Monday. I got in Monday. Looks good. Looks good. What else? Let's go to the top of our list. Let's work our way down alphabetically. Whoops. Alphabetically. Apple. Okay. So strong but overbought chart we're going to see today. Strong but overbought, which means what? Waiting for consolidation. The second most is going to be starting to pull back. So here, what do I have on Apple? I have strong but overbought, and I need it to pull back. Even if it only pulls back, I mean, I honestly, even 181, 181.5, something down in this range would be pretty good. Adobe already starting to pull back, right? It's negative today. Some people are like, oh, I don't want a negative stock on a bullish day. Of course I do. Of course I do. I want this to pull back and give me the next opportunity. So Apple, not even close. It hasn't even started. Adobe starting a little bit. There's American Eagle. That's retail. That's discretionary. Ooh, Aflac. I did not take Aflac. This time I took AIG also on Monday. And I shut her down today. I did not like the move. Oh, yeah. What is AMD doing? Starting to pull back. So we're either waiting for a pullback or starting to pull back. We have an engulfing pattern. What would we consider this? Starting to pull back. Strong but overbought. Strong but overbought. Yeah, I don't know what to call that one. Actually, yesterday it gapped up and technically gave a signal, but I don't like the signal on the gap today. It's kind of pausing a little bit. We'll see. That's a let's wait and see. Strong but wait. Oh, crap. Dennis. He's right. I lost my train of thought today. We need a quiz. And we need to look at the VIX. Jeez, what is wrong with me? That was a test. Dennis got an A. Everybody else failed. Okay. Let's get a quiz. I'm going to go across these highs here, 450.5. And I'm going to go across. Okay. A, B. Dennis already voted. He's a B. Right in the middle. Right smack dab in the middle. Fred is a B. Brad is a B. LK is a C. Bob is a B. Robert is a B. John is an A today. I didn't see that. Almost missed that one, John. Maybe I read it and just ignored it because I'm like, that can't be. So we've got one A, one C. Angelique is an A. Always an A. I'm going to join the Bs. Oh, we got a lot of Bs today. It's a shared gold medal, but I think the B looks good. I think the B looks good. All right, and we also forgot. Oh, let's look at Stella real quickly. I found a place that has organic, free-range, fresh turkeys. Very excited about that. I will be brining and smoking my turkey again this year in a splatch-cocked position. Nah, it'll be killed. I'm not going to pluck no feathers or nothing like that. But it'll be delicious. Side and we had it last year. It was delicious. I need to start a little earlier. I wasn't used to the size of the bird. What does Stella say? Stella says 440. No, she says 449.72. 449.72, which is right here. Yeah, that's in the vein. She's a B. Free turkey. Don't they have like a hunting season, or is it like at any time you could just snatch one and have a turkey? We got wild turkeys here, but they have turkey season, so they regulate the hunting in Utah. Okay. All right. Good enough. Depends on who's looking. That's fair. Aggressive look. I felt unsafe. I cooked it. That makes sense. That makes sense. Okay. Oh, where were we? You guys are distracting me. Come on. You guys know I'm subject to attention deficit issues. Here we go. SPY. No, let's go to the VIX. Someone asked about the VIX earlier. New lows. New lows. What's my concern? I will have to hedge it if it breaks the consolidation. So I would say right now, I kind of see the consolidation like this. So if this thing goes up and it pops out of that, and maybe it breaks there, the half a hedge. I'd want to get the half. Then if it comes back down and turns, oh, that's the doozy. I always want to map out what would the other side look like. If I'm so bullish and everything's great and everything's so good, what would it take for me to be like, oh, I don't like that. Oh, I don't like that. And I'd say, oh, hold on a second. And nope. Even here, let me turn it a little. Right there, that's a lower high unless you look at that one day, and I don't. I need 2 days before I'm like, that's a high. This is all still one big move for me, right? In fact, let me show you the Heiken Ashi because I think that would illustrate it better. Never gave a momentum the other way. So this is all one move for me. I'm still waiting to see what that next one's going to be. Okay, let's get back to the watch list. I'm all out of order, all out of sorts. Anyone take any new trades today? And if so, on what? Let me know. Someone mentioned Boeing. Boeing has been strong. Industrials has looked much stronger. Look at you. You think Boeing looks past this? We had these retracement lines.